Hey Cats fans, welcome back to another episode of Florida Panthers Daily. Unfortunately, Cats drop another game. They lose their fourth game out of 5 games on Thursday night against the Penguins. We're going to go and talk about this. What's going on with the Cats? Are we okay? Are we a good team? Some people might ask. We're going to dive into the numbers and really talk about that. I was at the game last night. So some of the stats from this game, and you're thinking, okay, we lost 5-3, or some of the stats are really surprising. We had 37 shots compared to their 16 shots. We had 27 hits. Obviously, we always lead in the hit column. It's just the type of style of game that we play compared to 18. And we had 6 penalty minutes compared to their 8 penalty minutes, with them winning the face-off just by a tad bit, 53%. But we're going to go and get into this game a little bit more. And I think just what it is obviously I've talked about before, we have so many different injuries, guys that are out. It's going to take time for our current guys to adjust to the lines that they're on. And you even saw in last night's game, Maurice made an in-game adjustment in regards to the lines. He brought Sam Bennett down. He went and he took him off that first line and then brought him down. Again, I think it's just going to take time. I'll say this. Within the first 3 games of the road trip that we lost before we went into Boston and compared to this game, granted we lost this game, but we played a lot better in this game compared to previous games. Previous games, we didn't know where we were defensively. We were having skaters skate in the same position. And again, that's just adjusting to the different types of lines. A lot more shots this game, which was phenomenal. Their goaltender made some phenomenal saves. We should have probably had at least 3 more goals compared to the 3 goals that we scored. And again, tonight was just a night that, or last night was just a night that Bob was off. Like, he gave up 16 shots. We gave up 16 shots and gave up 5 goals. I think there was like 3 goals scored on like a 4-shot period from like the second period into the early third. And it was unfortunate because you could, every single time we scored to get it within 1, you could feel the energy in the arena come back, and then Pittsburgh would score again real quick to make it a 2-goal lead, and then we would go and cut it to make it 1, and then Pittsburgh would score again to go and make it a 2-goal lead, and just take all the energy out. And you can just tell, once those 2 goals, they went up by 2 goals and time was kind of ticking down, the likelihood of us coming back was more unlikely, and just the energy went out of the building as well as just on the players. And again, like I talked about, it just wasn't Bob's night. There was one that he should have had on a power play that just went and missed his glove. There was one that was a little fluttering little puck that he could have went and got in front and blocked, and he went and he just put his right blocker, which is from his knee to his foot, and went to try and just put that out to block it, and then it took a bounce and then fluttered over that and then went in. And then there was another one to where he basically went all out on a PK kill and then just left. He was in a horrible position, and that was the first goal of the game, and just Crosby just put it in the back of the net. And again, we were 0-2 on the PK kill, and on PK kill, your best killer needs to be your goaltender. So Bob definitely did not have it tonight. He needs to play better. Our team is playing better. So that's exciting to see. And we're going to need to be playing better against Vegas on Saturday. Vegas is, again, legit great team. They're going to be missing their captain, Mark Stone. He was actually just put on the long-term injured reserve. But Pink in the Rink nights this Saturday, where they're going in, they're honoring the fight against breast cancer. So if you guys can make it out, make sure you make it out. But no, it was a good game against the Penguins, playing a lot better, making strides, but again, not picking up points, and that's what matters, because with the injuries we have out, very clearly we're probably not going to win the division. We need to make sure that we're at least getting into the playoffs, and again, you need to get the points to get into the playoffs. And just because you have players on a roster sheet doesn't mean you get an automatic ticket. Here you go, here's your automatic ticket to the playoffs. You need to go out there and earn it every single year. And again, the Penguins are a good team. They were 5-2 for a reason. They're 6-2 now. We played well. Let's see what happens against Vegas on Saturday. Excited to see. Also, some just craziness going around the NHL, and that is Logan Cooley having a natural hat trick in the first period for the Utah Mammoth, which is just insane. He actually had a total of 4 points in that first period, just in a historic number one period. And to do that right out of the gate is just insane. We went and I was getting notifications while I was at the game last night, and what a performance by him. Awesome for the Utah Mammoth organization as they're continuing to build their history, obviously being the Phoenix Coyotes, but really building off historic nights as the Utah Mammoth, and that will go down as one of the most historic nights, if not ever, so far for the Utah Mammoth, besides their obviously opening night and whatnot. Really great for Logan Cooley and that organization. And the Utah Mammoth have been playing phenomenal. They're playing well. Would be great to go and see them make the playoffs and see what hockey looks like in the state of your playoff hockey looks like in the state of Utah. So really, really exciting to see that. And then lastly, we do have a game tomorrow, like I talked about. We are playing Vegas at home Saturday night, and was really exciting. So if you guys didn't go and hear my best bets from last game, I had Marchand over 2.5 shots, Mackey over 2.5 shots, and Marchand at least get a point. So Marchand did get a point. He's got a point majority of all the games that we've played. I think in the 7 games we played, he just hasn't scored a point in 2 of them. So he actually had 2 goals. I had Marchand 2.5 shots or more. And then I also had Mackey 2.5 shots or more. Marchand had 7 shots and Mackey had 2 shots. He would have had 3 shots if on the first goal that we scored, if he would have hit the goaltender instead of bouncing it off of Marchand, but was super close there. Again, my best bets for Vegas. Again, guys, I'm trying to tell you, you got to look at the tendencies and bet on those tendencies. Is again, Marchand is our best player. He leads the team in points, he leads the team in goals, and he leads the team in shots. Continue to go and bet on Marchand. Again, I have him in the line. The line with Lusteronen, Mackey, Lindell, those guys, they're going to go and they're going to score. That's really our best performing line so far this year. I got Marchand with at least a point. If he's not going to score, he's at least going to assist on the goal. Marchand with at least a point. Marchand, again, with 3 shots or more. And then I'm going to go Reinhart. Reinhart had 4 shots last game. He's really starting to pepper it. I think they really simplified the game in the second half where don't try to find the perfect shot, just get the puck on net. And one of our best scorers throughout the course of time since he's been here has been Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart, 3 shots or more. Bradley Marchand, a point, 3 shots or more. Again, very similar, but don't go away if it's working. Those are my best bets against Vegas on Saturday night. Guys, one more thing before I let you go. Talked about this in previous videos. We at Florida Panthers Daily are doing a giveaway. We are giving away a signed Gustav Forsling 8x10. Here you go. See the autograph yourself. There he is. That's when he went and he was playing in the Stanley Cup final last year on the road in Edmonton wearing the white. We are giving away this Gustav Forsling signed 8x10. To enter the contest, all you got to do is do 2 things. 1, you got to be subscribed and have those notifications turned on. And then 2, make sure you guys leave a comment below, maybe some feedback. Maybe you're a fan of a different team. Talk about, hey, you know what? You want that Gustav Forsling 8x10. Just make sure you mention that in the comments below and you guys will be entered into the giveaway. Again, guys, thank you so much for supporting Florida Panthers Daily, watching the videos. It means a lot. I hope you guys go and have a great weekend. Hopefully we can get a win on Saturday against Vegas. And as always, go Cats.